This is an RNZ podcast.
Bonjour mes amis, je m'appelle Ben Strang. I'm the host of RNZ's Paris Essentials podcast. Another big night of Olympic action over in Paris, culminating with Emma Twigg winning a silver medal in the single sculls in the rowing. So another medal for New Zealand. Fantastic news. We will hear from her shortly on the podcast. Also a lot of very interesting international news overnight. Simone Biles has her 7th Olympic gold medal, this time in the vault, the individual competition. She is just simply incredible, so congratulations to her. Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, the famous Jamaican sprinter, she was locked out of the Stade de France, couldn't compete in the semi-finals, or so we were told, because the Jamaicans have now come out saying that she was actually injured. We await hearing more about this story. Was she locked out of the stadium, meaning she couldn't even start the semi-final, or is there an underlying injury? Crazy that she wasn't there in any event. St Lucia winning their first ever medal, taking gold in the women's 100-metre sprint. Zoe Hobbs couldn't get out of the semi-final, but fantastic that she was even there. And then this very interesting boxing story. 2 female athletes being accused of having some kind of gender discrepancy going on. Nobody really knows what has happened here. Iman Khalif is the centre of this, an Algerian boxer. She is now guaranteed of a medal, but she is the centre of this storm. One of her opponents walked out of their fight after 46 seconds just because of the power of the punching, had a very sore nose and decided to quit. So huge storm there. What I would say is that it would be very strange for the country of Algeria to be at the centre of a trans storm. There doesn't seem to be any evidence that these are people who were born male and are now competing in female events. We await for evidence either way, but it would seem very strange to a country like Algeria, which of course imprisons people in this situation, would be the centre of that storm, I think. But very interesting one to watch as the Olympics continue. But let's start with Emma Twigg and the rowing for New Zealand. Like I say, another silver medal. I think this is New Zealand's 7th medal of the Olympic Games, which is fantastic. Emma Twigg, right at the end of her career, she did qualify fastest for the final, but her Dutch rival was far too good. She dominated the race start to finish. Whenever Emma Twigg came at her, she had something in the bag to maintain her lead, her advantage. So a really good final, a really good performance from Emma Twigg, and she caught up with Felicity Reid in the hours afterwards down at New Zealand House.
Yeah, I mean, today was really, really enjoyable, which not many people can say it about an Olympic final. And I think it was enjoyable because in Tokyo I ticked the box of what I wanted to achieve. So today was just about enjoying it and executing my best race, and that's exactly what I did. So yeah, I was stoked with the way that it went. I'm super happy that Carolyn, who's an amazing competitor, is standing alongside me as well. So yeah, all in all, a great day.
And for your 5th Olympics, I mean, it's probably a completely different mindset to what you had right at the start. So what do you sort of leave after 5 Olympic cycles thinking and feeling about rowing and about what it's meant to you?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could have words with 18-year-old Emma and have her believe what I was saying, and I guess I would have said that you need to enjoy the experience and know that it's something to not take for granted, and medals don't necessarily define who you are, and to enjoy the process and enjoy the people. And I think 19-year-old Emma would have been looking at me a little bit sideways, but yeah, it's just, I guess, something that perspective gives, and yeah, I mean, 25 years doing the same thing.
And when you sort of now maybe step away from the rowing program, how do you sort of see it different to when you first joined it?
Oh, I think we've come a really long way. When we started off my first Olympics, there was only 5 women in the team. So now you look around at all these amazing women who are achieving equally as well as our men are now. I think we've made some great inroads into athlete well-being and the culture and vibe that we have in our sport. I think we're evolving culturally, which is amazing. Yeah, it's been a pleasure to be part of this team, and I mean all of the teams I have been part of have been a pleasure, but this one especially.
As an elite athlete, it's probably hard to step away from sport. I'm sure it's always going to be some part of your life. Is there anything else that you want to try or get into now that you don't have to worry about rowing?
After Rio, when I retired, I had this bucket list that I pretty much ticked off in that year, which involved doing an Ironman and all those stupid, insane, hard things. And I think I've ticked all of those boxes, and I just want to chill. And yeah, I mean, I'm always going to be involved in sport, but there's nothing that I have on the horizon. I think it's just, yeah, it takes some time to enjoy this, and then I'm sure that there'll be someone tapping me on the shoulder to do something.
And there you go. That is Emma Twigg talking to Felicity Reid. What sport do you think she should take up next? I tell you what, I wouldn't want to see her at one of these 5K park runs or anything. She would dominate. I think whatever she wants to go and do. Imagine playing in the old, work touch league or something, and then you find Emma Twigg just dominating. I think she will do well in whatever she wishes to do from now on. Good luck to Emma Twigg, and congratulations on a fantastic Olympic career. New Zealand's other athletes didn't have the best day over in Paris. The athletics is well underway. Zoe Hobbs, we had hoped she might make the final, but she finished 6th in her semi-final. Didn't quite have it today. She was pretty disappointed afterwards, a bit gutted actually, talking to the team in the media zone. She thought after yesterday she had more in the tank. She said she felt amazing yesterday. Gets to the semi-final and she said she just didn't feel it, and that happens. It's such a fickle sport, isn't it? Over in 11 seconds, and if it doesn't all come together for you, then you're screwed. So that's very unfortunate for her. In the shot put, Tom Walsh tragically injures himself in the final, didn't get in a successful throw, so he was basically a DNS in the shot put final. Jacko Gill also nursing an injury coming into the event, but he managed to finish 6th, so a creditable 6th place for Jacko Gill. But otherwise, there were vague hopes of finals and medals for the New Zealand team, but that did not work out. So a tough day at the athletics, but hopefully better to come later in the week. And talking of later in the week, the track cycling is about to get underway over in Paris. We have a lot of very good medal chances. One of the big ones, I'd say, is Elise Andrews in the women's track sprinting. She is a colossus in the sport, so I look forward to seeing her race. I also look forward to seeing our flag bearer, Aaron Gate, get on track. He had a chat with the media on a Zoom call earlier this week.
Pretty excited to be back here. It's been, the building's been really good, and boys are all training well, and we're moving well and going faster than we ever have in training. So kind of excited just to get that race number on now and get the competition underway. It's been a long time coming, so it's kind of a bit scary that it's nearly here, but also it's bloody exciting.
What do you make of your digs and where you're based out there in Versailles, a little bit away from where the rest of the athletes are here in Paris?
Yeah, I was pretty lucky to have a few days with the wider team in the village after the privilege of flying the flag, and now we're out here. It's kind of in business mode, so to speak, out here at the accommodation near the track. And for the performance-wise, it's really good. We're a 1.5K bike ride from where we compete, so we can come and go on our road bikes and get to the track exactly where we need to without having to rely on the mishap of some certain buses being delayed and lost and whatnot, getting to other events. So it's nice that we don't have that headache. And yeah, it's been going well, and it's nice to have the whole track team back together here.
I see you've been on the track. What do you make of it? Because there's a lot of commentary around this particular velodrome being quite fast. Is that something you expect as well? Yeah,
we're lucky that this will be the third time that I've raced on this track, and New Zealand's had, the New Zealand team pursuit team has had good experience on this track too. I wasn't a member of the team, but back in 2015, it was New Zealand men's only ever team pursuit world title win on this particular velodrome. So it's one that has some meaning before we even got here, and it's the good thing for us is it's quite a forgiving track. There's the shape of it is. It's hard to get things wrong, so to speak, but also it is very fast. We've seen that in some of the times already coming out of the training sessions. The conditions have been hot and humid and muggy in there, which tend to make for less air density, and which means faster times. But the shape of the track too is also pretty quick. So we're looking forward to seeing how fast we can go.
Obviously, we've well canvassed with you many times what happened in Tokyo, so I'll keep this one brief, I promise. But what does it mean to have a shot at redemption with your team here in Paris?
Yeah, it's cool. I think that's kind of water under the bridge for me now. But I'm here to do my job well for the team, and I think the whole team's ready to give it their all too. We've all trained really hard for this week coming, and I've got a lot of confidence in our team. I'm by far the eldest member, so I've got to keep the young boys in line sometimes. But everyone's been really good, and it's really exciting to be with this group. We've got on really well and really gelled, and that's such an important part of being a successful team. So I hope now we can turn that into a result. We obviously have to see what form our competition shows up with, but we've definitely got our best legs here ready to rip into it.
And can you just confirm your schedule for the week? Like, will you be racing the Madison and the Omnium, and obviously as well as the team? Like, what's your event schedule confirmed, if it is?
Yeah, if the team pursuit qualifying goes well, that'll be first round and then final two the following days, and then Omnium day after that. And then I get 1 day respite before ripping into the Madison with Campbell on the last day as well.
And just lastly from me, how excited are you by what this track cycling unit could achieve here in Paris this year?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been, well, probably the first time ever that I've been able to, we're at the track and everybody that's there is going there to try and win. It's pretty exciting, and it's been a really great atmosphere. We have a tradition where the bell gets rung for every time a PB is achieved in training, and that bell was being rung quite a few times in our final lead-in. So it's something that I think everyone's just well charged, ready to go, and there's a lot of confidence in the team. But also, I think being Kiwis, we're never going to be cocky either. So it's about just going there and giving it our best and seeing where that lands in the qualifying days. But I think everyone is really charging, and it's a really exciting team to be a part of, and it's great to see other success from the wider team come through. We were watching that women's rugby sevens final the other night, and that's it was just felt like such a good way to get the competition started, and good inspiration for us to try and keep that golden streak rolling.
And that was Aaron Gate talking to the media just a day or two ago. I suspect he will go very well over there. 4 gold medals at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham 2 years ago, so hopefully some of that form sticks with him. And staying with the track cycling, Bryony Borta also talks to the media on that call. Here she is.
It's super exciting. I think we've had a really great build-up leading into these games, and it kind of felt like it was taking its time at some points, but now it feels like since we've got here, everything's just going so fast and race days are coming around so quickly.
How crucial was that last training block, and how is the team feeling after doing that? Obviously, it's a really intense period before you get here to Paris, but did you feel a lot of gains were made? Gady was just talking about PBs across the board, that sort of thing. Was it the same with you guys?
Yeah, we had a lot of learnings from last year where we had our last races and then we didn't really see each other or touch a track together for about 4 months. And then we had our final build-up leading into the Worlds. And as a team, we felt that we needed to actually touch the track a little bit more before that final build-up. So we had a camp in June, and that was in Belgium. And that was really good just to kind of set it up for us and know what to expect. And then coming into that final build-up in Switzerland, that was really great for us. And we were just kind of dialed it in. It wasn't necessarily about trying to get the gains and trying to build fitness or anything like that. The fitness had already been built, so it was just about kind of dialing in all that technical stuff and then actually seeing how fast we can go in our race sims, and that went really well for us, so that gave us a lot of confidence.
As you say, it sort of comes down with you guys to the top 2 inches. Is there anything you've done perhaps differently in the lead up to this campaign? Has there been someone that you've drawn on for more mentoring, or perhaps like psychological mental skills support or anything like that?
We've been doing a lot of work with our psychs individually and as a team, like just having really open and honest communication and just having like those hard conversations and just kind of working on that team trust and just building that through all that the honest communication that we've been having.
And what do you make of the track so far?
I like it. This is my 3rd time on the track. The last time I rode this track was in 2022 when I won silver in the individual pursuit. So I like this track. And hopefully we can get a bit more success out of it. Seems to be the case with the New Zealand riders on this track. It's really good for team pursuit. It's more of a bowl shape, so it's definitely a fast track for team pursuit riders.
How much confidence can you take from having those previous experience out there at that velodrome, and as you say, plenty of success in the past?
I think, you could take a lot of confidence from it. Like, it just feels familiar. So that's really good for the team and knowing what to expect. And in this same area as well, like, we know the roads, we can go road riding, know what to expect around here. So, yeah, it kind of helps with the lead into the games and feeling a bit more comfortable where we are.
And just like I asked Katie, can you just confirm what your schedule's looking like? Because it's a chocker week across the block for everyone.
Yeah, so Team Pursuit for the women starts on the 6th of August. So that's the qualifying round. And then the first round and finals on the 7th of August. And then we have a break on the 8th. And then on the 9th is the Madison event, which Emily and I are competing in. And then on the 11th is the Omnium, which is Ellie is competing.
And that was Bryony Borter talking to the media ahead of the track cycling this week. And also this week, this is very exciting, the pole vault gets underway, and we have 3 New Zealand pole vaulters in the field. I don't think there's many countries with 3. I think the Greeks have 3, but maybe not many others. So we're really building something down here in New Zealand when it comes to pole vault. We have Eliza McCartney, the great Eliza McCartney. We have Imogen Iris, and we have Olivia McTaggart. And Barry Guy managed to catch up with Olivia McTaggart yesterday.
First Olympics. It's feeling incredible. I mean, not making Tokyo was heartbreaking, so this one just makes it even that much better. So, yeah, you got to have the losses to appreciate the wins.
Was that I was just trying to be reminded, was that not reaching a qualifying standard? What happened?
It was not reaching the qualifying standard, but then also I had snapped a pole a few months before the qualifying period was sort of within there. So, just didn't make the height and wasn't good enough, and this time I am, so yeah, it's even better. And
you've known for a while, so you've managed to prep and be here in Europe and that sort of thing. Has that gone well for you?
Yeah, it has gone really well. So working with our new coach Scott Simpson, who's an absolute magician of pole vault, so he's working with each of us really well individually and really sort of supporting us along that way as well. So training's been going really well. I mean, obviously there are challenges within there. Coming over, I was sick, and then I had gastro probably about 4 weeks ago, which was pretty rough. Lost a few kilos from that, and just trying to get back into my normal state energy-wise. But yeah, right now I think the mental side of it is taking over, and I've done all the physical I can do. So I'm just going to leave it all out there.
Because a lot of athletic events you enter and you just go for it, but here, of course, you got to qualify.
Yes.
I mean, you don't come with games probably in the World Championships, but I'm assuming you don't do it that often. How tough is it?
Yeah, so I've had a couple of those. I've made one Worlds final back in 2022. You honestly need to just not look at it as a qualifier. It is the main competition. You need to be going into that competition with that, especially how high caliber women's pole vault is at the moment. It's probably going to take about 4 meters 65, maybe 4 meters 70. I mean, we don't know, but if everyone's on form, that's probably where we'd be at. So I need to be at my absolute A game, and yeah, I believe I can get there. I just need to put it all into practice and make it happen.
So is there 2 groups qualifying and the top highest 12, or is there a certain height?
Yeah, so there's an automatic height, which we'll find out, I think, the day before. So in a couple of days. And then they take the top 12. So whoever's either done the automatic qualifier, so if 15 had got the automatic qualifier, they take them through. But it's top 12 aside from that,
There's something a bit different. What's it like having the 3 of you? You know, because I'm just trying to think, that's got to be a first in Olympics for a while, so how's that? You know?
Yeah, when you put it that way, I think we're making history with 3 of us, which is awesome. I mean, it just goes to show how well New Zealand pole vault's doing at the moment, and now we've got our new coach. We take credit from our old coach as well. We wouldn't be here without him, so yeah, we've just built up this really awesome trio of us. We're really supportive, and individually doing absolutely everything we can. It is quite individual, our training, but then we come together and support each other at the end of the day.
Have you given yourself a nickname or anything?
No, we haven't yet. No, maybe we should. I haven't thought much about that.
And that was Olivia McTaggart talking to Barry Guy. What nicknames should we have for the team? We've got the McKiwis in the sailing, don't we? And we've got a McTaggart and a McCartney, but Imogen Iris really letting the team down on that one. So we have to come up with something for our 3 pole vaulters. Here's hoping they do very, very well. Well, let's look at what is coming for the following day here at the Paris Olympics. The golf is into the 4th round. Ryan Fox and Daniel Hillier. Daniel Hillier well and truly out of the running. Ryan Fox, I mean, if he shoots a course record, he could very much come into this. He's at 5 under at the moment, but the leaders are about 9 shots ahead of him. So some serious work needed, but hey, shoot a course record, you never know. Ryan Fox, that's from 7 p.m, the golf. The shooting, the women's skeet qualification day 2, Chloe Tipple at 7:30. In the equestrian, the individual dressage, Grand Prix style freestyle, Melissa Galloway from 8 p.m. In the athletics, the women's hammer qualification for Lauren Bruce is at 8:20. The sailing, NACRA 17 races 4 to 6 for Michael Wilkinson and Erica Dawson, 10 p.m. The men's dinghy races 7 to 8, Thomas Saunders from 10:05. The men's kite surfing and women's kite surfing gets underway down in Marseille. Races 1 to 4 for Lucas Walton Kime at 10:13 p.m. Races 1 to 4 in the women's event for Justina Kitchen, 10:33 p.m. The women's cycling road race is underway tonight at just after midnight, 5 past midnight. Niamh Fisher-Black and Kim Cadzo in there. Niamh Fisher-Black is a handy cyclist, but it'd take a heck of a lot of work for them to medal in this one. But you just never know in a women's road race. The sailing, the women's dinghy of Greta Pilkington from 12:35 a.m. The kayak slalom, the men's KX kayak cross heats, Finn Butcher at 1:30 a.m. and the women's KX heats with Luca Jones from 2:45 a.m. and the gymnastics, the artistic women's individual uneven bars final with Georgia Rose Brown, 1:40 a.m. So make sure you set your alarm. It's going to be a fairly quiet night, but you never know. Someone might shock us and come through with a medal. It does happen. Fingers crossed for that. Niamh Fisher-Black. Let's see how Niamh goes. She's got some serious talent, so that would be fantastic. I will be back tomorrow with another episode of Paris Essentials. We are dropping them every day, tous les jours at 11 a.m. You can find Paris Essentials at all good podcast platforms. Until tomorrow, à demain, au revoir.